straight from the heart of East Tennessee. This is 10 News at noon.
Welcome back, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. A local author is using his knowledge of the hiring process to help students here in East Tennessee. Zach Ballinger is the author of The Hot Seat, joining us now in the hot seat. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Brandon, for having me.
Great to meet you. This is great. I love this idea. Let's talk a little bit. We were talking in the break. What made you want to write this book?
Yeah, for me, it was all about failure. You know, when I got out of college, I really didn't know how to job interview. There was several books out there, 800, 900 pages long with questions, not really a conducive model. I actually went through 250 job interviews with over 50 companies before I landed my very first opportunity.
It's a stressful process.
Very, extremely.
Should people be stressed? They have the tools. Like your book, they could read it and that would take some of the stress away.
Yeah, Brandon, what I found is when you're prepared for the job interview, typically that eases your nerves. So if you do all the preparation for the job interview beforehand, you'd be amazed that that nervous energy actually turns into positive energy during the interview process.
Okay, let's talk about inside the book. Obviously, it's about tips for the hiring process, but more details. What's one of the #1 things people need to know before they go in?
Yeah, the #1 thing I tell many students over and over is mock interview. That's the key, really. When you practice with a professional and you're able to ace it with a professional, just think what you'll do in the hiring manager's seat when you actually get there.
Okay.
So you make all your mistakes on the front end, you learn that, and then you're able to advance into the job interview. I think that's the most important key.
Right. We were talking earlier, one of the toughest questions you can get as a future potential employee is, what is your biggest weakness? How do you suggest people go about answering that question?
Yeah, so that's actually the most commonly struggled with question.
Because you don't want to admit any weaknesses, honestly.
Well, it's a developmental area. So for me, science has always been a hard subject. So in my job, you look at science for me, I try to keep continually learning. So I actually sign up for a magazine every month to continue to learn science. So that might be a developmental area. It's a developmental area that you're constantly working on to overcome that weakness.
Why are you back in East Tennessee, in Knoxville specifically?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So I'm actually back. I spoke to my old stomping grounds in Morgan County. I was at the high school and the middle school.
Cool.
I gave away a $500 scholarship to the students there. And then I'm headed to the University of Tennessee tonight to do a job panel as well as a networking session.
Fantastic. Last question, where can people find your book?
So the best place to find it is thehotseat.com.
Okay.
And well, my social media links and the book's right there.
Thanks for coming in. This is awesome.
Thank you so much.